ADU is an accessory dwelling unit. It's also called a carriage house, or there's all kinds of technical zoning names, but it's that cute little guest house in your backyard.
Homeowners being able to put ADUs on their properties is an amazing opportunity for a lot of different reasons. My husband and I have sort of contemplated this idea of multi-generational living ever since, but even before we got married. My mom and I have always been very close, and one of the things that I love so much about her is that she's such a nurturer. She loves taking care of people. She loves feeding the family. As part of the design process, we're really thinking about aging in place because it gives us a way to keep my mom intimately involved in our lives.
Accessory dwelling units are important to almost every city in America because we don't have nearly enough housing, and one of the easiest ways to add housing is through ADUs. And one of the biggest components of this is that, if you want to stay in your neighborhood, being able to downsize on your own lot is a phenomenal way to stay in place.
I have no concerns about living in a tiny space. My ADU is 300 square feet. When my daughter was born, we lived in 400 square feet. I love small spaces. It is important for me to have an ADU on my property because I live in a neighborhood that has gotten really popular, and it wasn't so popular when I moved in, and I love my neighborhood. And the problem that we're having in Atlanta with gentrification, a lot of people are not able to afford their homes anymore. The benefits that having an ADU offers is an opportunity to be able to stay in our neighborhoods where a lot of us love our homes and we want to stay here. And I think we should have that opportunity.
So many people are inspired, but it's how do you take the risk? How do you move forward? It's usually not the desire, but the perceived hurdles. So unfortunately, the general process of building an ADU in Atlanta is much like building anything in Atlanta, which means it's challenging and time consuming because our zoning is not the most straightforward. You need a survey, you need an architect, you'll need a contractor, you'll need to become a project manager. You'll learn a lot if you do it. Generally speaking, if you want to have a walkable community, you're going to want to have restaurants and corner stores and other neighborhood-focused commercial services in close proximity.
We love Reynoldstown because it's super walkable. It actually feels like a small town in the middle of a big city. There's more and more businesses and restaurants being built around here, but there's ones that have been here for a long time that we really love. We decided to build an ADU on our property because we bought this house that we love so much in 2014, and for the last 4 years have kept coming out on the deck and looking at the backyard and thinking we have this huge lot, why don't we do something with it? And then when it became a possibility to do an ADU, it just seemed like a perfect fit for what we want for our life here in Reynoldstown. So one of the goals for having the ADU is to have supplemental income to do the things that we want and need to do to live the lives that we want to.
We look at the ADUs as sort of like the Swiss Army knife of housing because they can solve so many problems. It could be the aging parent. You could need supplemental income. You could have taking on a tenant. It could be literally just helping cover your mortgage, and we've also seen folks move into the ADU to rent their house out, again, so they can travel and enjoy retirement or otherwise. So this is a way to have individuals gain and build wealth in their community while providing housing for folks that is affordable as well.